Should Joseph Parker lose to Daniel Dubois? Can Daniel Dubois get the victory against Usyk the second time around? A lot of us were saying in that first fight, we felt that Daniel really won that fight because that was really a legal blow. In fact, Tyson Fury hit Usyk in the second fight right on the belt line, same place that Dubois hit Usyk, and no foul was called. But when Dubois did that to Usyk, it was considered a low blow. We got to get some consistency in boxing. But anyway, Dubois after that though he caved in and quit. The pressure got to him, and he's come back since then. So he came back, beat Jarrell, Big Baby Miller, beat Hergovich, stopped AJ, and he's on a streak now. So this Daniel Dubois seems to be pretty mentally tough. But is anybody more mentally tough in heavyweight boxing than Oleksandr Usyk? When Dubois came out there and called out Usyk after the fight, the second fight with Fury, saying he was robbed, Usyk said, "No problem." Said, "Mr. Turkey, make it happen. No problem." So he's not afraid of Daniel Dubois. If you beat Fury twice, you beat AJ twice, you beat Daniel Dubois. Even though we thought Dubois really won, he beat Dubois, goes on his record as a victory. He beat Derek Chisora. He beat Witherspoon. So, he's Usyk is going through the heavyweights like a tsunami, man. He's just cleaning house. And no matter how strong Daniel Dubois is, I don't think he's beating Oleksandr Usyk. And Usyk's going to be waiting for the body blows again. So I don't think he beats Usyk. I don't care if Usyk is 78 years old. I don't think Daniel Dubois is going to beat Oleksandr Usyk. He knows how to prepare his mind for a fight. He prepares his body, and the thing that I like about Usyk is he takes his training very seriously, but he seems to enjoy it. He's a gym guy. He stays in the gym. When you like to train and you're mentally strong, you're nearly impossible to beat. That's why Lennox Lewis was such a great fighter. He liked to train. So you get a big, strong guy like Lennox Lewis, physically strong, mentally strong. How you gonna beat a guy like that? That's why Lennox Lewis beat every guy that he ever stepped into the ring with. 2 losses, avenged them both. And he avenged the Rockman one without a tune-up. But let's get back to Usyk. The fact that Usyk is so mentally tough that he can come up from cruiserweight and beat these real big heavyweights says a lot. The dude's like 220-ish. He came in at 226 for this last fight, but normally he was around 222, 223. So he's beating these real big guys in the era of the real big heavyweights. In fact, trainer James Bashir said he was the first to call it back when Usyk was a cruiserweight. He said someday this guy will be heavyweight champion of the world. And he said people laughed at him. No one took him seriously. Even I thought, when he came up to heavyweight, I didn't think he was going to be doing what he did because he seemed to be having problems in that Derek Chisora fight. And, I think some people said, maybe even Usyk, that he wanted to look vulnerable so people will want to fight him. And I don't know about all that, but he's really acclimated to being a heavyweight. Now, trainer James Bashir said that he thought Usyk would go back down because he said he doesn't like to eat that much and it's hard work to keep on the weight. But Usyk isn't a little guy. You might say he's smaller than these real tall guys, but he's not a little guy. Even Showbiz was saying that he was there at the fight. He was talking about how big his head is, how big his hands are. I've seen his thighs. He's got muscular thighs. You could see his cuts through his T-shirt. The dude is not little. If you put him back in the George Foreman era, he's like as big as those guys or bigger than some of them. He's not a little guy. It's just compared to these like NBA heavyweights of today, you might say he's shorter, maybe shorter, but he's not a small guy. He's just not. And he's very strong. Did you see how he pushed Fury into the corner? Fury had like around a 60-pound weight. I don't know if you call it an advantage since he lost, but he was 60 pounds over Usyk, and Usyk shoved him into the corner like Clubber Lang did Rocky in Rocky 3. What's that tell you about his strength? If your mind is strong, his chances are your body's strong, especially if you're just staying in the gym, man. You got to love discipline to be a great fighter. You can't be in it for the money. You can't be in it for the fame. Not those things alone. You got to love discipline. And that's kind of the same in life. The people that succeed are the ones that love discipline. Embrace discipline. Stop being weak minded. That's a message to all the fighters out there and anyone watching. Discipline is a big help in life. You don't just do stuff based on how you feel. Like, I'm not going to brush my teeth today because I don't feel like it. And your teeth are going to look janky. And your breath is going to be stanky. But anyway, when we look back on Usyk's career, because he's not done, he's going to keep fighting. When we look back, we're going to realize how great this guy was. Lennox Lewis said on a recent interview when asked, could he beat the heavyweights of today? He was like, absolutely, because I could do things they couldn't do. But I think Usyk would have even given Lennox Lewis problems. And Lennox Lewis is my favorite fighter of all time. But Usyk would have given him problems. And I think ultimately Lewis probably would have won, but it would have not been easy. It would have not been easy because the guy doesn't get fatigued. And if he does, you can't tell because he hides it well. And I think even if he is fatigued, Usyk knows how to work through the fatigue. He knows how to keep going even if he's fatigued. A lot of fighters can't do that. They take rounds off when Usyk doesn't take a round off. I didn't see him take no rounds off in his second fight with Fury. So we're witnessing greatness. I hope you guys appreciate it. And quit with all the robbery talks because ain't nobody. Usyk was not. Fury was not robbed in that second fight. He wasn't. He wasn't robbed in the first fight. Fury was robbed in that first fight with Wilder, though, but not in the first fight with Usyk. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the great emphasis on great Oleksandr Usyk. What do you guys think of Oleksandr Usyk? Anyway, it's the J. Roos Theory. Make sure to comment, share, subscribe. Hit them thumbs up on your way in or on your way out. You want to follow me on Instagram. It's the J. Roos Theory over there. And if you wish to donate to the J. Roos Theory, putting out this content for y'all. Hopefully you think it's quality. Hopefully you realize I know what I'm talking about and not just running my hamburger hole. And if you wish to donate, the Cash App is $JRoos33. And that's ROOS33, not Ross. JRoos33, $JRoos33. And thank you for watching. Leave me a comment on what you think of Usyk. What do you think his future plans are? LSR forever. And be fearless. Yay.